guys, it is Vlogmas day 7 and today I'm going to make another wreath. This one's more of a crafty or crafters kind of wreath. I'm using a grapevine wreath form, and then I'm making yarn balls to go on it. So it could be for any kind of crafting room or Christmas. So let's get started. Okay, so what you are going to need to make the yarn balls, since just making them with yarn would be way too heavy and it would be a waste of yarn, I'm using old Christmas ornaments. You can use styrofoam balls, like the textured ones, not the smooth ones, would work best because they actually would grip your yarn. And then I have some yarn here. I think I got this from Big Lots for $1. And a hot glue gun, and then you'll need your wreath to put them on. So just to make the yarn ball, I take off the little cap, and then I place a little bit of glue, just like a line of glue, like that. I take my yarn, I hold it at the top here with my finger, and I lay it down, pressing it into the glue. My glue is not super hot, so that's alright. A trick to being able to like set your glue without having to wait for it to dry is to wet your finger and then touch your glue. It won't stick or burn your finger when you do that. Okay, so we just want to start wrapping the yarn around our Christmas ornament. You might have to tack it in a couple places just when you first get started, because it can like slip off of the ornament. The ornament is slippery since it doesn't have like glitter or anything. A glitter ornament would be great for this because of the texture. It would hold onto your yarn. So I'm just going to put a little dot of glue right there. And I have some water here. Okay. Okay. You see how that does? You can touch it. It's not sticky. It didn't burn. So it works. Okay, I'm just going to continue to wrap my ball, and you want to continue to wrap it until there is no more of the ornament showing through. So just continue to cover your ornament, and if you have to like tack it in a couple places, go right ahead. Just to keep it from slipping. Mine keeps catching, it's like broken. It's got a little catch right there. But I'm going to finish up wrapping this and I will be back. Okay, so I have covered my yarn ball, and you can feel to where like the top of the hook thing was. So what I'm going to do is bring my yarn back to that spot. I'm going to cut the end off, and I'm going to glue it down. A little bit of glue there. Again, putting my finger in water. And there we go. Now that yarn is glued down, and this will be against the wreath so you won't see that. See? We have a yarn ball, and we used very little yarn. You could probably get 3 or 4 of this size out of one of these little things of yarn, maybe even more, because this one's not super thick. It's a pretty thin yarn. But yeah, so now let's decorate our wreath. Okay, so I have my wreath, and I have one of these grapevine wreaths because I prefer the way these look. And I got these from Hobby Lobby, so they're like $4.99 for this size, and it's pretty good pretty big wreath. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start gluing my yarn balls onto my wreath. And I like more of a asymmetrical look, so I like it all to be kind of towards one side than to be like even. So we're just going to glue and stick and see how this goes. So I'm just going to put a big amount of glue on here because I want to make sure that it's stuck. Okay. You could wire these if you want to. I just don't have any wire, so I'm going to hot glue them. I'm just going to press it down really firmly. Give it a second to kind of dry. The only thing I didn't like about these wreaths were that they still had quite a few leaves in them, and they fall off and they make a mess. So that's one of the like cons of this wreath, but otherwise it's pretty good. Okay. So we've got our white one here. I'm going to place it right about there. Just gonna hold it for a second to let it stick. And I'm going to put a little bit of glue between the two of these so that they kind of support one another. Okay. That'll help make it a little more sturdy. Alright. And let's see here. I've got like all different colors, so maybe a little tan one right there. I ended up with 13 yarn balls here, so okay. So I just stick these on, and then I have some of this like really fluffy yarn that I bought when I was on vacation, and I think it's really pretty, so we're gonna add it right here. To me it looks a lot like a snowball. I mean, snowballs aren't, you know, fluffy and stringy, but it gives that effect. It's really pretty. All I know is that it is so hard to work with, this yarn. I tried crocheting with it and it was absolutely horrible. I just gave up. Okay, and again, just a little glue between the two, just for some support. Okay, now let's add a red one in here, like a bright red. Add it up here. And just hold it for a second and let it kind of stick to the wreath. And then again, in between, just put a little bit of glue so they can support one another. So we've got our, we've got our wreath moving along here, as you can see. But yeah, you guys get the idea here. You just make your yarn balls and glue them on however you like. If you were like me and you like that whole asymmetrical look, go for it. If you want to cover the whole thing, you can do that as well. Maybe add some regular Christmas ornaments. And yeah, so I'm going to finish this up and I will be back. Okay, so I have finished my wreath and I love how it looks. It's got, I ended up I think with 13 yarn balls on it with 2 shades of red, 2 different whites, and then tan. And it's just so cute. So that's it, guys. Here is my wreath, and I love it. It's so pretty. you can make, this could be for a holiday, like you can hang on your door, or this could be just like a craft room. You could change the colors. I made mine more holiday-ish, but yes, it's simple and it's just it's pretty. I like it. And it's excellent for those who knit or crochet. If you have a family member that knits or crochets, or if you do yourself, you could make this as a gift for them. But yeah, that is it. I hope that you enjoyed this, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.